Alhaji Sumaila is a businessman who sells fresh tricycles in this enclave.
But they be a man for Betoa, they breed the age man. Obiti turn out and say, hey, Alhaji Madam, Abuamo, my son to be a cajon. And who to Chimada. A dependent said, Obi said, obey you soon.
Many people come to buy the tricycles from us. They attest to the fact that it has been helpful. One of my brothers take care of about 15 tricycles because the business is booming.
In the mobile, 60, 80, 70 years crowd. Utimi 80 years, Juma. Ansanka, Ebianka, Ejuma, and Sabina, Wayanka, Becca, then, Uncle Pension.
It is good business. There are 60, 70, and 80-year-olds who still ride this. In the public sector, they would have been on retirement, so it has been beneficial.
They say the population is see balance, account and commissar. Can't bet me a cranker, traffic no wedding, and Cabedoso.
He and his other colleagues along this stretch have all the spare parts for motorbikes and tricycles on sale.
Fast no baby. You tushem cra. Bibia here be over when you be wire. Ubia, umi say be a nipana asaya. Maybe on the say be a 1 year says, and I want to man board about Bibia Bessie be over here when you be at.
We have all the spare parts available here, and the cost of the parts are affordable. We have a lot of clients. We can sell as many as 10 tricycles in a week. So imagine all those on this lane.
They be a iron to a bed 10. Into Sabina and Kwana Waha. Stores no dozen. They are taught 10, and every call Ashton store to Sena, could imagine Sena a month for Beton.
I have met Mohammed Muntari also at Alaba. He is famed for managing more than 5 tricycles in and around this city.
You be 8. You know be caretaker, but and you media, but media swim, but obidia and the man. You season 50 cities every day.
I supervise operation of 8 tricycles, even though not all of them are mine. People entrust them into my care, so I get reliable people to ride them, and I make daily sales of 50 Ghana cedis. But these days, the buyers complain about the costs of the tricycle. But because of the increase in fuel prices, the cost of the tricycles has shot up.
I didn't press me, they be quiet. Dollar no quiet, then the football. She said at least, Prague say, at least 160 million all currency, 160.
Currently, one tricycle costs 16,000 cedis. It used to be 12,000 cedis. So you see, there has been 4,000 increase. The cost will continue to rise if the fuel price continues to spike.
It is almost like president, I'm a president in Buffon. And as you see, in Buffon. And I'm saying petrol into normal kind. And I say, okay, see, there, so petrol quite high there, and the issue about increasing fair.
It is big business, and the more the patronage, the more Muntari and Alhaji Sumaila remain in business. Aziz Abdul Wahab, however, is worried he may be out of business soon because of a talk about town that city authorities are mulling over a possible ban.
Our market is no more moving like how it was. Simply because now the police, they are disturbing those who arrive, those who are riding. And 2, we are also hearing that they said the government want to bind the Pragia. So because of that, those who were buying, now they are now afraid to buy. You see, so the market is no more moving like first. First, by 1 week, you can sell 10 or 6 or this. But this time around, you can sell only 3 or 2. You can even sit at all the weeks, you can't even sell one. But we are also seeing that the Pragia also help people here. Like where we stay, I know so many people there. They were sitting, smoking, roaming, picking, stealing. But now because of the Pragia, those people all they are now focusing on their driving. those who are smokers, they don't get time to smoke. I have one of our mother here. He was having one child. He was to smoke. Now he bought one pragia for the medicine. The guy doesn't even have time to go and smoke or to do those things. So he even advised me that the pragia is good, but we don't know. They are saying that our government want to ban it. So we don't have this thing to say. So for my side, I know the pragia, it helps many people. It's not even we those who are selling alone. You understand? So for me, the government should allow them to work. Because there is no job, there is no work in Ghana. I'm seeing that Kumasi here, the pragia, it works, they help us a lot. So we should also understand and let them work. So that we those who are also selling, who will be selling to and be getting our small decent to feed our family.
I have been on the road, and this is the Ashanti Regional Capital. In some places like the Setra Plains area, some tricycles have been fabricated to serve as ambulances for some hard-to-reach areas. And so it's a clash of convenience, affordability, accessibility, safety, and a means of eking out a living. In the Bono East Regional Capital, the storylines are similar. Common form of transport here is the tricycle. In the central business districts, it's a competition for space among motorcyclists, tricycle riders, and a few vehicles. Like in Kumasi, these tricycles, I'm told, are banned from using the highways. But right here, we see a number of them. Even worse, people crammed in the bucket of some of these tricycles, headed for a funeral. It's a Saturday. Head of the Road Safety Authority in the Bono East region, Emmanuel Echampon Parry, is aware of the dangers. In fact, a staggering 51 people have already been killed this year alone from motorbike and tricycle crashes here.
In the region, since January to September, the region has recorded 208 crashes. Out of it, 144 comes from the motorcycles and the pragia riders. And out of it, 88 people have lost their lives. And out of the 88, 51 people were killed by the motorbikes and the pragia riders. In Techiman here, they have been banned from using the Kumasi highway, Kumasi road. And such areas too, they are not allowed to use it. So we are doing it in our own way in Techiman here. But we are also embarking on the education, making sure they do the right thing when they are riding. They are not jumping red lights. They are following traffic and they don't speed. And when they do all this, I don't think it will be a major problem talking about banning or not banning them. So as road safety, we train them. Last quarter, we train about 500 of the pragia riders. From there, we've seen some improvement in them. So we are working hand in hand with them. We are training them, we are educating them. Because most of them even don't know that they have to get license when they are riding. So with the education and a little enforcement, I think things will move better.
I am headed for the Northern Regional Capital, Tamale, to meet the Tricycle Operators Union there. City authorities are battling congestion because of the sheer numbers of tricycles known popularly here as yellow. It's a mix of motorbikes, tricycles used sometimes for carting goods and people, and then the rickshaw for passenger transport. I dare say you could find a lot more tricycles here in the capital than vehicles, at least from what I've seen already. Regional chairman of a Yellow Riders Union here, Seidu Idrisu, attests to this. He wants law enforcers to enforce the law instead of driving them away from the roads.
Driving us from the road is not the best because we have people with degree and diploma certificates doing this work. What should be done is for the National Road Safety and the Police Service to ensure users have roadworthy certificates to be able to use the road. The Assembly makes a lot of money from us to meet their developmental needs. Our challenge is the cost of buying the motorbike. It is now very expensive.
Businessmen at the officers have been having got the park of Lorna to the Melba and Gana can never to Maladran. Little but there are Puna command and I found the Cataraga. Come out the station come.
For station chairman Amin Al Hassan, the issue of minors riding these tricycles is a real challenge they have to deal with.
The Tumama Rivier Pum Pumpo me to Pamana Canata Pasha Mata Tumama Pabuan Renyanti. So katreboa nati miokonzanti gwamdanti kori yina te lete pamazo pumpo yele ma den yina ma de fa nirbe pambahe.
A lot of the youth in this region now have work to do and are able to feed their families.
Katuma kabe yinga papa dorla yele ma de so yele ma na kana gana de fa nirbe pambahe de keme hali bantara trba ne non benshashanga de yebala de pune Karnier Kaban Sha Yellow ma, the Zoto Sur la Guamdanti, the Pamana Chen Shama, or Yinatele, and so on to Katumala Tumda Kachi, Pumpo Ayina, and Kutumaka 1,000 Lu. I could let Pamla Arcaenia.
Yes, it's true, most of the users are minors and ride recklessly on the road, causing several avoidable accidents, which we are working to put measures in place to resolve. But stopping the business will be detrimental to our livelihood.
Kona yina tele lala te yelo ma be te ban kutum de passenger tuma ma ko yina tele zan son ta pamma pour le dinyen check up ya kuma non vient yela zante te ka to katuma tu shel ko kagana.
I heard that government is trying to stop this our tricycle business, and that is where we also made our way of surviving. Although some of us used to have our handwork doing before we even jump into this tricycle business. So now they are trying to stop us, and I want to understand, do we went out to other countries and bring it in, or government is aware of it? Because we pay taxes. We pay so many taxes to even the assemble. Fine. And now they are trying to stop the work. About 2 months to 3 months now, they asked us to go for license. We went and did the license. So now if they are trying to stop us from it, I don't know whether they will bring us back our money and the vehicles money, or what are they going to do? Because some of us, maybe if they stop us from it, we can jump back into our skill work. Or maybe some of us were doing business, we can jump into it. So if I was a businessman and I invest my money into this tricycle business, and now you are asking me to stop the work, and I don't have the money back. So what am I going to do? You want me to go back to the house and be sitting in the house doing nothing, and I have a family. I have my wife and my children.
Municipal Chief Executive Officer for Tamale, Sule Salifu, admits, even though there is a congestion problem in the city, removing the tricycle operators is not the way to go in the immediate term.
We all agree that sometimes the users or the drivers of these yellow are children. They are supposed to be in school. They are not in school. That is an issue that we have to deal with. But you see, when it comes to that, parents do also have that responsibility of taking care of their children. But I'm saying that the importers or the business people who bring this yellow into the system must assist the assembly, must help the chiefs and people of the metro to manage affairs so that they can also be in business. So I'm going to engage them, and I'm sure that they will respond positively.
Unlike his counterparts in the Greater Accra region who have instituted a ban on the use of these tricycles on the motorway and other highways, Sule Salifu says a different approach could work.
For now, it will be difficult for the assembly because, like I told you, I'm going to engage the leadership of the yellow people to hear from them and to let them suggest to me how we can make their work easy and make Tamale a decent place. They should be able to tell me something. For instance, where do they want us to relocate them to? They should have an idea. What do they want the assembly to do for them so that their presence on the road will not be nuisance to commuters? I need to engage with them. Like I told you, they are our people. They are human beings. We need to respect them. They have ideas that we must get from them. One, they themselves know the nuisance they cause affects everybody. What do they want the assembly to do or help them to make Tamale a clean city? What will they do to stop the children from using these machines and go back to school? They should be able to tell us. If we do that with them, we'll have a permanent solution to the problem.
The decision by the Tamale Municipal Assembly not to clear out these tricycles by way of a ban means that several thousands of people who rely on this form of transport will still be in business, including 35-year-old Isahaku Rashid, who runs a mechanic shop for tricycles and motorbikes.
Because later karatuma karakana pepam because biani to melaga almost 50 abang lalaw demi biakam bami kanmana ka different person na ka bakana because no man abin yaram belma karavela ka cinanti yarba ka bakana.
I have been doing this work for long before the yellow was introduced. The work is good because in a day, I am able to work on 50 to 100 bikes, which I use to feed my family. I have also trained and passed some apprentices with over 20 of them still undergoing training.
Bema abakuto tumle be so bien wonto chen school ma katinyo so she work man ko kana kan gbazang lilio.
The yellow is now the easiest form of transport, which has come to stay, and we in the value chain are benefiting. Government should regularize it and not stop it.
So be bande kar yellow nima the nahma nko yer ku nahma because den kan tunda kam family sadira.
Many of the city's tricycle owners come here for their parts to be fixed. But what is the cost of allowing all these tricycles to operate on the roads without any proper scrutiny? Meet consultant orthopedic at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, Dr. Togu Yempab. He is alarmed at the daily casualties from tricycle accidents in the capital brought here.
Every day, I think we receive about 5 cases a day, every day. So you go to A&E and we see that there are about 4 or 5 cases lying there. Severe injured patient comes here, especially the motorbikes, the tricycle. There is the motor king. So the majority of the cases that we are receiving are from those type of transport. And they come with a very severe injuries and the open fractures and also multifragmentary and the multiple injured patient. That means it's not only one bone that is fractured. So you have the humeral shaft fracture, you have a tibia, you have the FEMA. So one person will have all this, and sometimes it's bilateral, both sides. And if just before you enter here, you can see there are 2 people lying there, and they have this kind of injury, and they came here and we treated them. So some will come, looking at the severity of the injuries. You want to treat them, and they will tell you that they are going to the bone setter for treatment. So these are the challenges that we are having with some of our patients. A lot of them comes from also other regions, especially the Vrongo area. And when they are referring somebody from there, just have in mind that it's not only one side that is fractured, bilateral, and segmental. You see, so the bone is fractured in different areas.
He wants measures put in place to properly regulate these tricycles and reduce the rate of accidents, and further reduce the strain on the limited number of orthopedic surgeons available.
They have to look at the mode of transport and also try to not allow everybody, just because somebody can buy the motorbike for you or the Motor King, especially this prior, they call it yellow. Yes. So people, they don't even have the driving license or riding license. And they just use it because the brother or the friend can buy it for them. And so they are using it. They don't even know the regulations, how to, at the junction, how to go about it. You see people careful anyhow when you are driving. Even when you are in the car, if you don't pay attention in Tamale here, you have a lot of problem. Because you are going this way, and the person will careful without even looking at you coming. It's because they don't know. Currently, we are 3 orthopedic surgeons. In the northern, if the population, the 3 regions combined is about 5 million. 5 million, and we have only 3 orthopedic surgeons divided. So one orthopedic surgeon for how many? More than 100,000. More than 100,000. You understand? So it's a challenge.
Well, as grim as these details appear, across the middle and northern belt, the riders want their operations regularized. Public Relations Officer for the Pragya and Okada Drivers Union in Kumasi, Alhassan Sidi, believes this could properly streamline their activities.
The government of the day is also benefiting more from this work that we are doing. Currently, you can go to DVLA and check. These are the data. I'm not talking about the general Ghana. In even Kumasi, not Ashanti region, we are more than 10,000. And each and every day, when you go to DVLA, you see cars coming to register, you see this motor. You will see about 40 to 50 motors. That's the one you go, you see. They are there to register. They pay for roadworks and the insurance. These tickets, each and every day we pay 1 CD. Each and every moving this tricycle pays 1 CD. So let's catch, assuming we are, let's say 10,000, and every day we are buying this ticket for 1 CD. So how much is the government benefiting from us every day in a month? You see. And the secondly, even the municipality that we are running through, that is Esquaremampo, they have a sticker that we used to buy sometimes yearly. We pay for that one too. And the sticker, this ticket, this is for KME. You see KME on it. Good. And initially, this municipal has its own ticket that we also buy as 1 Ghana CD too. You understand? So when you get all these things, you can see that even the government is benefiting on us even more than what we are benefiting from government. Now, when you go to fuel station, go and ask any filling station, those patrolling their fuel, it is this motor. And this work is boosting Ghana economy. So if government will look at the benefit on its angle, not even on our side, and regularize this work, I think it will help the youth. Initially, when you come to Ababu, there are a group that they call Anrabagari. They don't work. So every blessed day you will see police patrol and military within the Ababu. They are chasing them because they are fighting with guns, cutlasses through this work. How long have you heard that there are some faction fighting going on in Abu Dhabi? Because now everybody is working, so no one is sitting at a base. So now you see, even the crime rate in our community has been reduced to zero level.
Believe it or not, tricycles have changed the face of transportation in these areas. Its popularity has made other forms such as taxis and commercial buses almost extinct. And for many, cashing in on what is common is the way to go, to earn a living and to fend for themselves and their families. But increasingly, the human cost of this common form of transport is calling for an urgent fix, perhaps now or never, to deal with a tricycle nightmare. Komla Adum on the road, with assistance from righteous Hamidu Karim, Ibrahim Abubakar, and Christopher Amwako.